Dr. Roizen, we hear so much about inflammation. It's the culprit in so many things, but what exactly is it?
Inflammation is what we call it's a very interesting question because when you say what causes it, that's much easier than what it is.
Okay.
What inflammation really is in the body is a increase in white cells or an increase in what you might call as metabolic activity where it doesn't belong.
Okay.
But in most cases in humans, we mean there is a white cell activity, there is a immune activity, there's a infection or a fighting activity against a foreign invader or perceived foreign invader. So for example, if you don't floss your teeth, you will develop inflammation between the teeth and in the gums because of bacteria, and your white cells will fight it, and that fight actually has some innocent bystanders along with it, the gum tissue, and that destroys some of the gum tissue. So it's that war that's going on between the two sides. But that also sets up, we think, another interesting thing. When you have that reaction, you set up an immune reaction that attacks the inner lining of your arteries, causing inflammation in your arteries. So gum disease causes that attack in the arteries where some part of your immune system is attacking your arteries that doesn't normal. Well, it's that attack that we call inflammation.
So it sets off the immune system and then that spreads to other places.
It can. So the infection or inflammation in the teeth is actually this war, and the white cells actually give up their life to kill the infection. They kill themselves, if you will, to fight it. But the innocent bystander, if you will, is the gum tissue, which dies in the process and gets inflamed in the process.
So arteries can become inflamed, other tissue can become inflamed.
Joints, arteries, I don't know of anything that can't become inflamed.
That's, like I said,
Bone
the
can
culprit.
become inflamed, so yeah, I think it's probably everything. If you had a metal hip in, if you have artificial organs in, we don't know that those can become inflamed, but the tissue around those can become inflamed.
So there are a multitude of things that we could do to prevent inflammation. For example, flossing our teeth.
Exactly. Or taking DHA, the omega-3 that's beneficial for heart, brain, and eye health. Or taking a probiotic, which may decrease the inflammation inside your gut. So have that fish oil, if you will, but it's the active component of the fish oil. DHA is the omega-3 that algae have. Or have a probiotic. All of those are a range of activities that decrease. Yeah, there's a wide range of things, or even physical activity decreases inflammation. Too much physical activity increases inflammation.
Hey, it's me. In this video, I want to share with you the top anti-inflammatory cures, okay? So the key is isolating what's causing the inflammation. So let's just cover all the possibilities. Number one, food allergies. Why? Because food allergies can create inflammation. So the key is getting a log and finding out what you eat and then how you feel right after. For example, some people eat citrus and an hour later they're in severe pain, okay? Or they might eat, I don't know, nightshades and they get pain. So you want to keep a log and just write down how you feel after everything you eat. And then you just isolate, like when did you start feeling this way? What did you have just before that? With me, the sensitivity that I have that will put me into serious pain is broccoli. Go figure. I love broccoli, but I can't eat it. It tears me up. It used to be lobster. It would just put me in bed, you know? So those are all things that can trigger inflammation. The next thing we'll talk about is hormones. Most of the hormone that controls inflammation is coming from the adrenal gland. The adrenal gland makes this hormone called cortisol, which is anti-inflammatory. So we need cortisol, but not too much and not too little. And if you run out of cortisol, you can end up with all sorts of inflammatory disorders. That's why the doctors give you prednisone. What is prednisone? And cortisol. It's cortisol. It's a hormone. Or they might give you cortisol cream or cortisone shots. Those are all anti-inflammatory, okay? So that hormone is an adrenal hormone. I have something that I use as a natural cortisone, which is called cortisol support. This basically is great for inflammation. It's great for the person that has arthritis, bursitis, tendonitis, chronic inflammation and pain. This is what this is for, cortisol. So it doesn't have any drugs in it. It's natural, but it supports the gland that makes cortisol. So it's a really good thing for inflammation, okay? So what messes that up in the first place? Stress. So stress events will burn out the adrenal. So that's just one source. Now the next thing is insulin, okay? Insulin, if you have insulin resistance, you're going to have a lot of inflammation in the body. Now, what is insulin resistance? It's a pre-diabetic situation where the cells are not allowing the insulin to penetrate, so you don't get the nutrition in the cells. But one of the side effects from either too much insulin or insulin resistance, which is kind of too much insulin in certain parts of the body, is a lot of inflammation. So how do you fix that? Well, you stop eating sugar. You stop eating refined carbs, okay? Breads, pasta, cereal, crackers. And some people say, well, that's really healthy for you. Well, no, it's not very healthy for you. It creates inflammation. So just cut that out and you just might feel a lot better. So there's a lot of videos I have about insulin resistance that you can watch, and you can reduce inflammation greatly in your body. So that's important. Number 3, the gallbladder. Now, this typically occurs when you have right-sided problems. So I have people that have like right-sided, like a finger pain or a toe pain or a knee pain on the right side. Usually that's gallbladder and liver. When that thing doesn't work, not only will it put pressure on the rest of the organs and kind of affect the nerves on the right side, but all of the anti-inflammatory remedies that are listed, or at the health food store are usually essential fatty acids. Well, guess what it takes to absorb those essential fatty acids? A good gallbladder. So again, I have other videos on gallbladder you can watch on YouTube, but that's one source that you want to look at. And even like fibromyalgia, people that have fibromyalgia, it's usually a gallbladder. And it's interesting because they don't know it. As the patient comes in my clinic, they don't know it's the gallbladder. So what I'll do is I'll rate the fibromyalgia, and then I'll just do a little acupressure in the gallbladder, and then I'll re-rate it. It is completely gone, and they're just blown away. They don't realize that fibromyalgia is referred from that darn gallbladder, okay? And I might give them gallbladder formula for that as well, but maybe I might just do some acupressure. So number 4, old injuries. So if you have old injuries like I do, like in the back or the joint or the wrist or the elbow or the shoulder, you had maybe an old injury or a surgery that's now stiff, here's what you do. You can take the gallbladder formula, but there's something else you can do that will also help. You want to actually massage the opposite joint. Okay, just try it. Don't even believe me, just try it. If you sprained your right ankle and it's inflamed, work on the opposite ankle. Same thing with the knee, same thing with the hip, same thing with the wrist. Work on this one, just massage it. Wherever it hurts on one side, you work on the opposite side, and especially to your shoulder, okay? But the key is you have to massage the exact mirror image side. Just try it, it'll work, okay? That's a little secret just between you and me, and it works like magic, okay? The last thing has to do with soft tissue calcium in the body. Many people are even taking calcium and they're feeling worse, which is bad, but they have soft tissue calcium that builds up in the joints. There's arthritis, bursitis, tendonitis. They tend to get stones and spurs and kidney stones and heel spurs and tartar in the teeth and gallstones and kidney stones. So what you need to do is you need to take 2 remedies for that. Vitamin K2, okay, which is maybe a new thing for you. You've probably never heard of it, but it's vitamin K2. And then take vitamin D3, and you want to take those together. I like to take these in the same ratio. Like if this is 10,000 IUs, I do 100 micrograms per every 10,000 IUs. So like I sell both of these, and I might give 2 of each, 2 K2, 2 D3, and I would take that in the morning with some breakfast, and then take that over a period of time. That slowly gets rid of the soft tissue calcium that could be causing the arthritis that's underneath the inflammation. Okay, so it's the soft tissue calcium. So I just want to kind of expand your idea on inflammation in general, so you can kind of pinpoint what you have a problem with and apply some of this information, and I will see you in the next video.
Hello, I'm Dr. Fritz Sutter. Let's discuss the top 10 foods that can be associated with and promote inflammation. Number 1 is dairy. In nature, milk is food for the very young, not adults. And cow's milk contains growth factors that are intended to grow baby cows, not humans. With the exception of some population in Northern Europe and a few African tribes, most adults do not digest dairy well. Regular consumption of dairy can promote irritable bowel syndrome, exacerbation of asthma, other respiratory and sinus disorders, some skin disorders, and even been linked to type 1 diabetes in children. Skim milk has relatively higher sugar concentration without the fat to slow the absorption, so this isn't a better form of cow's milk. Number 2, gluten. The new syndrome has been identified called non-celiac gluten sensitivity. It used to be celiac disease, and now it's just people who are intolerant of glutens but not have full-blown celiac disease. It's beginning to be studied now, and an increasing number of people worldwide are reporting sensitivity to dietary gluten, which can exacerbate a variety of inflammatory disorders from irritable bowel syndrome, autoimmune disorders, weight gain, and pain. Take care to avoid high sugar content of gluten-free products. Number 3, sugar, high fructose corn syrup, or sweetened beverages. They are known to increase the secretion of insulin from the pancreas, which leads to an increase in belly fat, thereby producing inflammatory molecules. The big word for that is cytokines. Also, a link has been recently established between sugar intake, high blood pressure, as well as triglycerides, which is one of the factors in your cholesterol profile. Number 4, trans fats. Most of these have been excluded, but they include vegetable oil with the word hydrogenated in it, plus highly refined oils such as corn, soy, safflower, and sunflower. These are also very high in omega-6 fatty acids, too much of which can contribute to inflammation as well. These fats damage the inner lining of blood vessels, called the endothelium, which can contribute to cardiovascular disease. 5, animal fats. These are high in substances called arachidonic acid, which can trigger inflammation when eaten in significant amounts. Egg yolks are high in arachidonic acid, which is why it's best to select omega-3 eggs, which are actually anti-inflammatory. So look for the omega-3 labeling on the packaging. Number 6, processed, packaged foods and refined flours. These are the troublemakers. Refined or enriched flours, when you read the label, have been stripped of the bran which provides essential fiber, as well as many essential nutrients, hence the name enriched. Processed and packaged foods almost always have undesirable additives, often to increase the shelf life of the product, along with sugar and sodium to promote overconsumption. These foods are very rapidly digested, which results in a rapid rise in blood sugar, and these foods are calorie dense but nutritionally poor. Number 7, alcohol. Yes, alcohol, when consumed in excess, that is more than 2 drinks a day for men or more than 1 drink per day for women. Alcohol promotes inflammation of the liver, pancreas, and fat tissue. It's a simple sugar, alcohol is, that is rapidly absorbed, toxic to nerve tissues, and needs to be detoxified by the liver to be eliminated. So once a pickle, never a cucumber. Number 8, monosodium glutamate. Consumption can lead to fatty liver disease and other inflammatory condition. Worsening of symptoms of fibromyalgia, irritable bowel syndrome, and has been linked to obesity, headaches, and swelling in the extremities. Number 9, artificial sweeteners. Although largely anecdotal at this time, the body of evidence supporting the toxicity of artificial sweeteners is growing rapidly. Sucralose has been linked to inflammatory bowel disease, and the consumption of artificially sweetened beverages has been shown to actually stimulate appetite, leading to weight gain and its associated inflammatory diseases. Who knew? Number 10, advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, AGES. Compounds of this form are found mostly in proteins that have been cooked at high temperatures in dry heat, for example, grilling or frying, as opposed to moist cooking methods. These have been linked to diabetes, cardiovascular disease, can worsen osteoporosis, and are especially dangerous for people with diabetes and kidney disease. Moist cooking methods, such as poaching, steaming, stewing, and boiling, or use of an acidic marinade for about an hour before cooking helps to minimize the form of AGEs, which do promote aging when you're cooking meat. Thanks for listening.
Hey guys, Dr. Axe here, Dr. Functional Medicine and founder of DrAxe.com. Today I want to share with you the incredible benefits of turmeric. And listen to this will blow your mind. There are over 6,000 clinical studies proving turmeric to be maybe the #1 healing herb available today. And so this herb that most of you can find probably in your own kitchen cabinet has been used for over 5,000 years. It's referenced throughout history. It's used throughout Asia today, especially India and China. And again, it's been found to be probably more beneficial than at least 20 different medications out there today. And the reason why turmeric is so beneficial is it contains an active compound called curcumin. And curcumin, or curcuminoids, which there are many different types, are highly anti-inflammatory. And so if you want to harness the benefits of turmeric, I'm going to go over through some of the main benefits. Number 1, turmeric, again, being anti-inflammatory, can help relieve pain. If you struggle with chronic joint pain, muscle pain, and whether it be something like fibromyalgia or arthritis, turmeric can help because of its anti-inflammatory properties. Number 2, turmeric can also help with blood sugar. So if you have issues like diabetes or low energy levels, we know turmeric, because of its antioxidants, can help balance out those blood sugar levels. Number 3, turmeric has antimicrobial properties. In fact, many women today actually use turmeric as a face mask. You can simply mix a little bit of turmeric with raw honey, rub it on your face, and then wash it off about 5 minutes later. But you can make a turmeric face mask, again, mixing it with raw honey, and also you can actually use some essential oils like frankincense, would be great as well. Put it on your face, wash it off, has incredible benefits at killing off different types of bacteria like acne. Also, turmeric has been shown to be very powerful when it comes to detoxification. It does support liver detoxification and boosting 2 antioxidants in your body called glutathione and SOD, that's superoxide dismutase. And so these are very important antioxidants for cellular function. And then also, again, turmeric has been shown to be effective at cleaning out your arteries. So if you have high cholesterol issues or high blood pressure, we know turmeric is helpful for that. But again, if you have plaque in your arteries, turmeric and curcumin have been shown to be effective. And those are just really a few of the benefits of turmeric. There are numerous other benefits. And if you go throughout the medical literature, you'll see it's been shown to be beneficial for just about everything because, again, it's highly anti-inflammatory. It supports detoxification. It's so high in antioxidants. Also, it has antimicrobial properties. And so again, the benefits of turmeric are numerous. I want to mention a few ways to get more turmeric in your diet. Number one thing I do is I drink a turmeric tea every day. So I take a tablespoon of turmeric with a little bit of coconut milk and then make an herbal tea with it. And that's one way I get it. And you can check out the recipe on my website. Just look up Dr. Axe turmeric tea. You can find my exact turmeric tea recipe for that. Another thing you can do with it is add it to, let's say, chicken breading. Now, I tend to bread my chicken. If I fry up some coconut chicken tenders, I'll use a little bit of coconut flakes and gluten-free flour. I also add turmeric to that as well. Also, I'll sprinkle turmeric in my burger meat and eat it that way. I then call it a power burger because of all the health benefits. I'll sprinkle it on my salad as well. Also, you can take turmeric in a capsule form and just take about 2 capsules a day, or 500 to 1,000 milligrams a day is another great way to get some turmeric in your diet. So again, there are a lot of ways, whether you take it in supplement form, in a tea form, or add it to any different type of a food. And one more, I love adding it to my hummus. In fact, I make a curry hummus. And actually, turmeric is the active ingredient, or the number one ingredient that you're going to find in curry powder today, which again is so popular in India. So again, there's a lot of different ways to add turmeric to your diet, but recommend you try that. Oh, and again, remember the face mask, another great way to get it in there too. And if you want to learn more benefits of healing herbs, hey, make sure you subscribe here.